So as you can see, all loaded up for a little adventure. Just got a few more things to put in the pannier. This one I've left fairly empty. The gloves, a few more supplies. Sat nav, I'm going to need that. These are great, these little panniers. So the new rack system is going to get a work out. So welcome to the video. All loaded up. Got no set plan apart from my sat nav's come loose. What a bummer. I'll have to tighten that up. So we're on the road again. On the road again. What film was that from? This is going to be the Round Britain Rally first stage. The ultimate goal is to do all the Scottish landmarks. That is the object of the exercise. Whether I make it that far or not, who knows. I've got no set plan. I've got no accommodation booked, no campsites booked, nothing. Pared down my camping equipment so I'm as light as anything. I can hardly notice the weight on the back. I've just got the basics. No fancy cot bed. And I haven't got my new tent either, I'm using my old one. The old One Tigress teepee, mainly because I can put it up in 5 minutes and of course take it down pretty quick, because this is going to be a multi-day trip. I'm not camping somewhere for more than a day, it would just be literally overnight. So the first landmark, which just happens to be on the way, is near Peterborough. So that is my primary objective. Get that done first, then decide what to do from there. I'm going to go the fastest route for that, because from here to Peterborough there aren't really any back lanes. Plus it would take too long. So I've waited till 9 o'clock, let the rush hour die down, and I'm just going for it. M2, M25, M11, A1. Until I get to my first destination. Then after that I shall hit the smaller roads. So by the magic of YouTube, the next time you see me will be somewhere near Peterborough. I might record some of the motorway, but it'll just be silent because I need to conserve battery power. Stop for my second fuel stop. (103 miles), 3.07 of a litre, 152 to the gallon. Motorway speeds as well. So we've got to go and find the bloody Round Britain Rally landmark. Not too far away. So I made it to the first landmark, alright. Just having an apple and a little drink. It's a war memorial. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show it. It's against the rally rules to give away locations. So total mileage so far 137 miles. Good time to have a little stop. It's doing 157 to the gallon. Motorway speeds. So the next stop is Lincoln, or Digby, near Lincoln. 44 miles. Should be there about 10 to 2. Lovely roads around here. So welcome back everyone. I haven't done much recording at all really. I've been enjoying these back roads so much. You probably can't see that. This camera doesn't do it justice. But welcome to North Yorkshire. I'm heading for a little campsite in Thornton-le-Dale. Look at this. Wow, what a road. Amazing. Yeah, Thornton-le-Dale. If you're a man of a certain age living in the UK, you'll know where that is, because it's the home of Matthewson's auction house, famous for their Bangers and Cash programme. And the campsite is right behind Matthewson's. Unbelievable. Yeah, these are proper North Yorkshire back roads, these are. So it's nearly 5 o'clock. Time's marching on. I've been riding all day. We'll set off at 9. So it's nearly 5 o'clock now. This is fantastic, this bit of road. Found it purely by chance. I didn't know about it. This is some sort of pass, this is. Probably famous. I don't know what it is. A bit like Scotland with the passing places. Yeah, it was a pretty horrible journey really, up till Peterborough. When I reached the first landmark, I got that done, and then I just got off the main roads. I've ridden back roads all the way to here now. See the Highland cattle? Wow. Yeah, I must admit I'm impressed with the Lincolnshire B roads. It's like a big racetrack. They're smooth, wide, quite fast really, sweeping bends. Bloody lovely. Not as nice as this though. I'm loving this. We've got about another half an hour till I get to the campsite. I'm starving. Only had an apple and 2 bottles of orange. I've literally non-stopped it. Stop for fuel and a few landmarks. So I've done 4 landmarks so far. There is one very close to Thornton le Dale, like a wooden sculpture in the woods. Let's hope I can find it. Some of these landmarks aren't easy to find, which is sort of the idea really. Yeah, this is lovely, this pass. Enjoying this. I'm getting about 150 to the gallon so far. And I see no reason to believe it won't average that for the whole trip. Well, I think I've had a bit of a tailwind today, especially on the A1 and M25. Yeah, I can't say I enjoyed that. But we got through it. It gave me a good head start. Yeah, pretty high here, blimey. Yeah, it's become a bit like the Kent back lanes now. Potholed and gravelly. That was a lovely bit of road, that was. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So this is Thornton Le Dale. Just got to find the campsite now. Picturesque little village. It's like the Cotswolds with a river running alongside. I'm hoping there's going to be a chippy or a Chinese or something. Or a nice pub. Because I am Hank Marvin. So where's this Mathewson's? Because that's where the campsite is. So I can smell chips. There's Mathewson's. I've gone past it. Oh. It's down here. Prospect Farm. So there we are, pitch number 4, wherever that may be. Pitch 4. So we're right by the big tree. Nice. Right, let's get this tent pitched up and get something to eat. Look at the state of my crash helmet. I can hardly see. Lots of flies died today. That's my humble abode for the night. Basic as you can get, but that's comfy and warm, quick to put up, quick to take down. Chicken curry for tea. Don't look very appetising, does it? One of these dehydrated meals. You can do them in the packet, but they hydrate better in the pan like this. This bloody packet chicken curry tastes like plastic. Bland, plasticky. Never mind. So before I settle down for the evening, I thought I'd just show you where I've been today and where I've come from. So obviously that's the City of London. I live there on the Isle of Sheppey. So I've come along the M2, M25, M11, A14, A1, so that's Peterborough. The first landmark was there. So then I took B roads from there up towards Lincoln to that landmark, where there is actually two landmarks in the same place. I then continued over the Humber Bridge, still B roads, to that landmark. I missed out that one. That's too built up round there. I just didn't fancy diverting, going through a lot of urban area. So whether I come back to that at a later date, I don't know. These three I might do on the way back. Still not sure. So from that one, B roads again to North Yorkshire, where I did that landmark, and now I've now camped a couple of miles from that landmark. So tomorrow I'm going to continue north. I don't know about these three, I might miss those out because that is very built up. There's not many back roads through that lot. So I might come across and up here, or I might come across to the Lake District and do these. I might do these four and not bother with Scotland. I'm undecided. It's a long way from home, a lot of miles, and I don't know, I'm just getting a bit lonely really. I could do with some company. Scotland is huge if you don't know. It's a long way. I might just come back down and pick off some of these on the way back. Yeah, I'll see how I feel in the morning, but at the moment I'm not feeling it. 2 days later, so I apologise for the abrupt ending to that video. I just wasn't feeling it. During the night I had a bit of an asthma attack. I've been having some horrible problems with my breathing, and I panicked a little bit and thought I'd better not go to the wilds of Scotland on my own, just in case anything happens, because you know, I'd be in the middle of nowhere. I'll just die out there and nobody would know, would they, for days? Zipped up in a tent, a corpse lying there in the bloody Scottish Islands. So I just came home the next day, winding my way through the back roads. It took all day as well, you know. I wasn't in a hurry. I stopped a few times. I'm still really chesty now. I've got a feeling I might have inhaled a spider or something, because something set it off. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't breathe. It was horrible, really horrible. Frightened me. I thought I was going to have to dial 999. But anyway, enough of my troubles. What positives can we take away from that? Well, one positive is this cub is an absolutely fantastic touring bike. Brilliant. The rack system was fantastic. I averaged 151 to the gallon for the whole trip. I did more or less exactly 600 miles. It was 312 there, 300, just under 300 back, 299 I think it was. So yeah, just over 600 miles. I've checked the oil. It hasn't burned any oil, and even looks still nice and clean. But that will get changed at 2,000 miles, and then every 1,000 thereafter. The chain hasn't gone out of adjustment. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed. I really am. You know, you can do some mile munching on this, and I have in the past anyway. You know, my other red one I had, I rode that all around the Isle of Mull and the Highlands. I think I did about 1,400 miles that trip. So these are well capable. The riding position, you know, because the bars are quite close, you're not stretched out like on my Hunter. You're stretched out. This is back here, your arms are nice and relaxed, straight back. Lovely comfortable seat, especially with a sheepskin on it. I recommend a sheepskin. I had my spare fuel and tools on there, so the weight was low and forward, you know, centralised. Heavy stuff in the back on the panniers, so the weight was low. You'd hardly notice it. Hardly notice the weight. I did pare back on the equipment though. You know, I only took my lightweight stuff. So the Cub, absolutely brilliant touring bike. There's nothing it can't do. Keep up with lorries on the motorway. Comfortable. It even handles beautifully. You know, it didn't notice the weight at all. Brilliant. Really pleased with it. I did get absolutely splattered with flies. Really bad, especially on the way up there. God. They're all over the leg shield at the front there and the screen. But the screen's taken quite a battering with flies, so it does. The worst of them went over the top, but obviously a nice big screen would have been nice. But on a hot day it's quite nice having a small screen, so it keeps me cool a bit. Yep, loving it. So once again, apologies for the abrupt ending. We'll have another go later in the year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.